You like my sign? This is going to be where I make videos for you guys, and the videos are just going to go over the warm-up, and I'm just going to go over the strength and skill portion, kind of questions that I figure you guys could have for me for those of you who don't like to read, or maybe I'll throw in some extra stuff down the videos that I don't want to type out. And then I'm going to go through the same thing on the workout. I'm going to go through some of the at-home options that may be a little bit weird when you read them and you've never done them, and you go, what does he mean when he says use a towel? For the example today, we were using a towel in the holds. So I'll try to keep these shorter, under 5 minutes or so you can do them quick. But let's get started on today. This is for Saturday, the 12th of December. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the warm-up, and I'm now calling it sweat and stop. So what that means is you're going to get yourself start sweating, and then you're going to go on to the next part. And within that, there's always going to be, I put it kind of towards the bottom. Let's say, for example, I have issues with my arms over my head. I can do some rolling on my side. I can do some stretching. We call it a bow and arrow now. I can do some accessory child's pose stuff to kind of open up before I get into stuff like jerks. But I always write them up with the strength and the workout in mind so that you'll get kind of open and ready for everything. So step 1 is ski, row, bike, run. Do it for a minute, get yourself moving around. And I'm just gonna keep moving down here because I wrote it all out. No push-up burpees. So the no push-up burpee is just arms to the floor, up, jump. 10 of them. Just trying to get the hinging ready for the opposing cleans. Then you're going to go through some scorpions, which are you're on the floor, and you hear yourself with a scorpion. You jump over the top, you touch, or you jump over the top and then you touch. It's always 5 each way for your 10 total. You're then going to go into down dog with a stretch, and then you're going to work on your wrist. So the down dog with a stretch, press your head through, open up your shoulders, and walk through your calves. Hold that one side, lock the knee, flex the knee, and then switch sides, move through that a couple times. After you move through that a couple times, you're usually at about the 30-second range. And then as far as the wrists go, I like to go fingers facing, and then you hang out, and I haven't been doing this enough. I'm sure nobody else has been doing this enough, so I'm kind of feeling that right now. And then I like to go forward, shift the shoulders over the top. I like to go the opposite direction, put some weight under the pointer finger, middle finger, knuckle, make sure the elbow is locked out, and get a good stretch on both sides. And then I'll go back on the row ski run, whatever that might be, and just kind of scoot through it. I can bring this barbell, it's right behind me. So, the way this works is you do 4 power cleans, they gotta be touch and go, you do 4 push jerks. They gotta be done ideally cyclically. Always work with your RDLs. So I have to load up the hamstrings, kind of a slight bend in the knee, driving the hips back. Again, on the side, slight bend in the knee, the hips are going back. From there, head's gonna be in the way, but strict presses, and then as far as what it's going to look like when we're going, like 3, 2, 1, go. You do, imagine the weights on the floor, and let's say this is, let's do it all. 3, and then 4 power cleans into your footwork. There's the head. 3, 4 push jerks. And you do that perfect, it'll take you under 20 seconds every time, giving you a minute 10 to rest every time. That should ramp up your heart rate. That'd be great. Do that for 8 sets. There's your strength, 60 to 65%, or something you know you won't fail. And if I can't go touch and go, or I can't really cycle the jerks, go later. Don't mind the percentage. So there's your strength piece. The workout's a little weird. It's a hang for a minute. Gotta do it in something more than 15 seconds at a time. You can break that up. So the way that works is if I watch the clock, I do 4 sets of 15 seconds. Look at it, right, 15. I'll wait for another interval. So let's say I'm looking at the clock, it says 30. Going from 30 to 45. There's my second set of 15, and then look at the clock, start in a minute, go from 0 to 15. There's my third set of 15 seconds. And then you accumulate your minute. You then have ring dips. You may or may not have rings to do these on, but You can sub with a bench press if you like. You can sub with some push-ups if you like. You can take something from that home and do some dynamic push-ups if you like, which is just like a press off the floor so you leave and then catch yourself on the way back down again. You can do knee dynamic push-ups if you'd like. And ring dips always scale the reps first, so if you can do 20 to 10, if you can't do 8 to 10, then you consider bringing in the band for your ring dips. And then the box jumps. May or may not be in the open. The open's coming up. Everything we're doing is kind of getting ready for the open. That's what we all do this for. It's your benchmark, your litmus test for all the fitness stuff. If you don't know what the open is, if you ask me and I'll tell you what the open is. I'll talk to you for 20 minutes about it. But the big difference here is either you're going to jump on your box and step down, or if you're going to jump on your box and bound. If you bound, it's harder on your calves, on your ankles, Achilles, and you should consider warming up more, or maybe doing a little bit of them. Maybe do your first 10 bounding and your last 20 of your 30% stepping down. Maybe, it's up to you. It's your workout, there's no rules. No rules, there's just a time cap, it's 18 minutes. What does that tell you? It tells you it's like 3.5, 3:45 per round. Cool. Now, let me make some sort of gesture, I think, that I can talk about the at-home stuff. The at-home stuff! Oh, this one's cool. Before we talk about the at-home stuff, Dragonflies. A lot of us may have not done these before. However, they're like a super duper hollow roll. So the best way to do them is on a bench. And when we're on the bench, you lay, you grab onto the back end, so your hips high, you point your toes, and then you slowly lower your hips, you touch your butt, and then you come on up. My abs are sore from doing the GHD sit-ups yesterday. Slowly touch the butt, and then you come up. And ideally, when you're doing these, you don't like roll and come on up. That would be considered scaling, but still better than not doing them at all. So I try to lower down nice and slow, and then I come on up. And you can tell that's hard. It is actually pretty easy. You can just do negatives. So come on up, bring yourself down, come on up. Those are Dragonflies. Rest 45 seconds to a minute in between them, and you're doing pretty good. I'm sore in the GHD sit-ups. Let me know how hard those are. Let me know if you've ever done them. They're pretty challenging. The at-home stuff. So now we'll talk about that. Every 90 seconds for 8 rounds. Squat jumps to max height into 4 to 8 dynamic or clapping push-ups. So kind of the 4 to 8 is if you can do them, and you can do them easy, do 8. If you can do them and they're challenging, do 4. And like I said in the other video, if you need to do them on your knees, do them on your knees. But really quick, 3, 2, 1, go. You do the 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on down and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're in the camper that's easy, do 8. But I'm 10 weight, and I'm not as warmed up. And now I'm warmed up. That was hard. Do that every 90 seconds for 8 rounds. Should be pretty challenging. If it's not, you're in good shape. Good for you. Alright, conditioning. Object hold as heavy as possible. Here's where I'll demo that towel thing that I was talking about. I should have some over here. Sweet. Got some towels. Here they are. If you've been working with me for quite some time, you'll know kind of what I'm getting at here. And I fold the towels over a couple times. There they are. On over. I got some dumbbells. I grabbed a 25 and a 15. Now I pulled out of these, no problem, for however long I want to do that for. Put them down. I take the towel. I wrap them. And then all of a sudden, it makes it a little bit harder to hold on to them. You may not have done this before. I still do a minute, but it's going to make it more challenging. And in high school, I figured out how to cheat this. I figured out how to hook grip in high school. We hook grip the towel, makes it really easy. So don't do that. You don't want to make it easier. But hanging out, la-di-da. That's the towel grip. They're good for pull-ups too. So if you're really having some trouble with pull-ups and maybe don't have access to a rope to climb, towel grip. Then jumping jacks, arms extended plank. We did the dynamic push-ups, so we're not doing more push-ups. Here's the hold plank. On both of those, remember the minimum is 15 seconds, so you got a clock somewhere. You're not doing anything less than 15 seconds at a time. And then good old jumping jacks, spike the heart rate up, unless you got something to jump on, and then you can do box jumps. Cool. The extra credit stuff for you guys, if you have access to something where you can grip behind your head, that would be needed for the Dragonfly. If you don't, and the other day you did the windshield wiper, I'm now kind of getting stuff everywhere, but the windshield wiper, it's just arm to your side, hold on, and then you're touching over the top for one, you're touching over the top for two. And similar to the Dragonfly, you're using more like a controlled eccentric than it is a contracting of your stomach. So it's like a workout in itself for me doing all this stuff. Here is your first little, Andrew bring me through everything on the internet, let me know how it is. And if you made it this far, I hear it's beneficial if you like the video at the end. I don't know. So yeah, if you want to like the video and comment on the video, I think that helps too. I'm gonna try and bump up my YouTube channel. Thanks for being with me, guys.